Human Rights Radio, the number one for entertainment, news, and prayers. Hope you fight for your rights. God bless us. We try to do everything right. No matter how silly it be, we cannot forget you, the family. Forget the family, we are the best. Always here for you. We can tune into 101. 101. Tune into 101 FM. Hey, it's your friend Red, and you're listening to Human Rights Radio 101.1.
The time is 12 o'clock. National Population Commission says 2023 census will hold after elections. Governor Godwin Obaseki threatens to arrest parents of out-of-school children in Edo State. Death toll rises to 372 as flooding spreads to 33 states and FCT. On the foreign scene, Liz Truss succeeds Boris Johnson as British Prime Minister. In sports, Nigerian midfielder Rafael Onyedika named in Club Brugge Champions League squad. Good afternoon. This is a live news update on Human Rights Radio and Television. I am Hariratu Smaila. Details of these and many more shortly. The National Population Commission, NPC, has announced that the next population census will be held after the 2023 general elections scheduled to hold in March. The NPC chairman Nasir Kwara disclosed this on Monday during his visits to the former Commonwealth Secretary General Emeka Anyaoku in Ikoyi. Kwara, who was accompanied by a delegation of federal commissioners from the NPC, noted that the country has been ripe for another census since 2016 and would deploy technology in the next exercise. In his response, Anyaoku stressed that the country must have an accurate census for the benefit of the citizens. While lamenting that in Nigeria many of the past census exercises have been filled with controversies, he prayed that this time the Commission will get it right. He therefore urged all compatriots to welcome the census exercise. The Interior Minister, Rauf Aregbesola, says that efforts by security agencies to prevent terrorists from attacking the Nigerian Correctional Service Medium Security Custodial Center in Kuje, Abuja, on July 5th, failed despite having the intelligence. Aregbesola disclosed this on Monday during the presentation at the investigative hearing of the House of Representatives on the jailbreak, noting that no fewer than 65 armed personnel were deployed in the facility to prevent the attack. The minister attributed the incident to the general insecurity in the country, just as the House Joint Committee carrying out the investigation summoned the Minister of Police Affairs, Mohammed Dingyadi, service chiefs, and the Director of Defense Intelligence Agency to its next hearing on Thursday. The chairman of the Joint Committee, Shaban Charada, decried the attack. Decried that the attack lasted for several hours without any formidable resistance from the security personnel deployed in the facility or adequate response from the security agencies in the FCT, despite the proximity of the Nigerian Air Force Station at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State has unveiled plans by the government to arrest and prosecute parents and guardians of out-of-school children from the next academic session, which would begin on September 12th. Obaseki disclosed this to journalists in Benin on Monday, adding that the arrangements had been concluded for the enforcement. The governor, who warned that if they find any child under the age of 18 years being used for manual labor, such parents will be prosecuted, and commended the chief judge for providing special courts which will be used to prosecute any offender who perpetrates violence against any child or involved in sexual defilement or physical abuse in the school system. Stressing on the infrastructural developments in schools across the state, Obaseki says he has instructed the Ministry of Education to demolish all dilapidated buildings in schools and to move the students to other schools and rebuild the schools. The federal government says that about 372 persons have been killed by flash floods in 33 states and the Federal Capital Territory within the last 8 months. The Director General of the National Emergency Management Agency, Mustafa Habib Ahmed, made this known on Monday in Abuja during the commissioning and induction of new operational vehicles and specialized equipment for NEMA, while listing the states mostly affected as Adamawa, Jigawa, Taraba, Kano, Bauchi, Niger, Anambra, and Ebonyi. The presidency had revealed last week Tuesday that since January, destructive floods had killed about 115 persons, displaced 73,379, and injured 277 others in 22 states and the FCT. The NEMA boss, however, said on Monday that within the last 8 months, floods in Nigeria, mostly flash floods, have overwhelmed 33 out of 36 states, and the FCT affected over 508,000 persons, leading to about 372 deaths, 277 injured persons, destruction of about 37,633 houses, loss of huge numbers of livestock, and several farmlands have been submerged, alongside other derivative disasters. You can follow all our programs live at Bracketed TV on channel 110 and Human Rights TV on channel 113, all on TSTV. You can also catch us live on the internet on YouTube and Facebook with the handles Human Rights Radio TV and Bracketed TV. Stay connected to the station redefining broadcasting. Now to the rest of the news. 47-year-old Liz Truss has been elected as the new Prime Minister of the United Kingdom after defeating Rishi Sunak by 81,326 votes to 60,399 in an internal contest after Boris Johnson's resignation in July. Consequently, Truss will become the Conservatives' fourth head of the British government since 2015. Truss has promised to unleash Britain's potential by going for growth and removing the obstacles holding the country back, stressing that a growing economy is essential to delivering for the British people and unlocking opportunities. The former Foreign Secretary, who said she is honored to be elected leader of the Conservative Party, also promised to take bold action to guide the people through what she described as tough times, while thanking the lawmakers for trusting her to lead and deliver the country. Truss, a former Minister for Women and Equalities, has been a Member of Parliament for South West Norfolk since 2010. And moving now to business news. The federal government has suspended the introduction of 5% excise duty in the digital economy sector, which was earlier proposed by the Minister of Finance. The Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Issam Pantami, disclosed this in Abuja during the inauguration of a committee that will review the policy, adding that he personally rejected the policy and advised President Muhammadu Buhari against it in view of the effects it would have on the digital economy. Pantami stated that the introduction of excise duty in the telecommunication and information and communications in technology industry would jeopardize the successes already recorded within the industry, noting that the ICT sector is currently overburdened with multiple taxations, both at the federal and state level. He further said that there are over 41 taxes being paid by telecommunication and ICT companies, thus it would be unfair to subject them to payment of excise duty. Meanwhile, a presidential committee on the review of the excise duty in digital economy has been inaugurated by the federal government with Pantami as chairman and the Minister of Finance, Zainab Ahmed, as a member. And moving away from business news to the world of sports. Nigerian midfielder Rafael Onyedika has been named in Club Brugge UEFA Champions League squad. 22-year-old Onyedika, who moved to the Belgian Pro League side from Danish Superliga outfit FC Midtjylland last week, featured in the preliminary stage of the competition of FC Midtjylland before linking up with Club Brugge. Two Nigerian-born players Owen Otasowe and Antonio Musta were also included in the squad. Club Brugge will face Bayer Leverkusen in their Group B tie on Wednesday. Carl Hofking's side is unbeaten in 5 league games this season. And still in sports news, Anthony Joshua says he would be ready to fight world champion Tyson Fury in December 2022. The British boxer made this known while reacting to a public challenge on Monday for a Battle of Britain. Last month, Joshua lost his rematch in Saudi Arabia to Ukraine's WBA, WBO, IBF and IBO champion Alexander Usyk. The 32-year-old is, however, eager to return to the ring before the end of this year. And to end the live news updates on Human Rights Radio and Television, here is a recap of the main stories. National Population Commission says 2023 census will hold after elections. Governor Godwin Obaseki threatens to arrest parents of out-of-school children in Edo State. Death toll rises to 372 as flooding spreads to 33 states and the FCT. On the foreign scene, Liz Truss succeeds Boris Johnson as British Prime Minister. In sports, Nigeria midfielder Rafael Onyedika named in Club Brugge's Champions League squad. This bulletin was produced by Novlin Owankwo at the newsroom and Mohammed Sani Babangida at the MCR of the Human Rights Media City News Center. I am Harirat Ismaila. Good afternoon.